Hi guys, well welcome back to Allotment Diggers. Got a few clips to show you as always, and well, we're going to be top dressing a bed at the back of the allotments very shortly. I'm going to show you me doing that. I've already done it. We'll be getting some horse manure from the horse manure bed. I'll be taking over there, showing you the horse manure, where we get it, a bit about it, and then you're going to see me spreading it, digging it into the bed. We've already added some bloodfish and bone into that bed. I've already dug it over once. We've gone through it with the hoe. Now it's the horse manure. We're going to dig that into it, level it all out. A bit of music in between shots. We'll speed it up when we come to the digging to make it look like I'm doing some work. And well, you're going to see all that right now. So let's show you. Let's go and fill it up with some horse manure, eh? Well, this is the horse manure that I'm going to be putting onto the bed. As you can see, it's well rotted down. In fact, this has been here for about 3 months. No one's actually used it. It could come right to the front of the bay here, and it's slowly but surely gone down. The reason why it hasn't gone is because everybody's got tons of it. We get it dropped off when we want it. We've got another bay at the top of the allotments, and that's full. And people don't all go throwing it into the comp, getting as much as they can, because they know we can get it anytime we want it. Anyway, this is good stuff, this. So I'm going to take a few barrels of this. There's my barrel. I'm going to be using that 7-prong fork there. It's absolute top piece of kit. There is 2 of them. There's another one at the top of the allotments which I've left up there for everyone to use, and it makes the job dead easy, I tell you. Anyway, unfortunately, I haven't brought my tripod to show you me shoveling some of this into the wheelbarrow here, but that's the stuff we're going to be taking anyway. And it looks really, really good, nice and dark, especially down there. Well, that took all of about 20 seconds to fill that barrel, especially with this fork here. It's absolutely mustard. There you go. Beautiful little fork, that. Actually, it's an 8-prong fork. I can't count. Yeah, there's 2 of them. One here and one at the top. So we've got 1 barrel. So I'll probably need 2 barrels, that's all I'm going to use. So now I've got to get this to the plot. So we'll be right back. Well, let's get it spread on the bed, eh? So be right back, this is folks. My little ramp I've made for my wheelbarrow. Now I've just got to push it to the back there and tip it over. This is where the fun begins. So I'm going to sink like mad into that soil. Here goes. Well, as you can see there, that's where I've just sunk. It's well drained soil, that. I'm going to put 1 more barrel in there, and then we'll spread it over and clean it all up tight. Look, just dropped a bloody apple off the tree, and it's a good apple as well. Look at that, covered in horse manure, perfect apple. I wash that, not going to waste it. So as you can see, we've spread the love right across it. Now, well, normally I would just put a cover on it, but today we're going to dig it in. So it will take some time to do this. However, most important, I'm going to have a nice cup of coffee before I attempt to do any of this. Bloody hell. Look at that. That was mare's tail. How the hell, not mare's tail, couch grass. How the hell did that get in there? Look, it was just a one piece. Anyway, we're over halfway now. So, I'm going to take a bit of a break. We'll continue in a moment and we'll bash it all down with the rake. Level it out and it should be a good one. I think I'll take my coat off, eh? So there we go, all turned over. Now I'm just going to rake it flat, break any lumps up. So there we are, all levelled up. Job's a good one. Horse manure's dug in, and if I was to step on that now, I'd probably sink down to my knees in it. So it's not the best best stand on it, but yeah, we've worked really hard on this bed over the last few weeks. We've had blood, we give it a quick turning over a few weeks back. Add some bloodfish and bone into it, and add some chicken manure, not a lot, just a bit. And today we've come on and put 2 barrels of horse manure and dug it in. So this bed, in all intents and purposes, is ready to go, guys. Whatever I put in here should fly away. Like I say, I keep telling you this, but you've got to put stuff in to get stuff out, you know what I mean? So if you don't put stuff in, you find each year as you're growing, it gets smaller and smaller and smaller. So the answer to that is add some green manure into it. Add some horse manure, chicken manure, any sort of manure, compost from your compost bin. Get it onto your beds. If you're not going to grow out in that, if I wasn't to grow out in this bed now, I'd cover it completely. Put sheets all over it and bricks to hold everything down, and it'd be ready to go. That first thing next spring. However, I'm going to be growing some onions and garlic in there. And would you believe it, I've just finished and it's just starting to rain. So I can't remember if I said I was going to put some onions in that bed. Well, I've got some onions in me blue shed at the back of the allotments, and believe it or not, they're hanging on the door. Got some brown ones, and I've also got some red ones. I need some white ones, Japanese snowball onions, that's what I'm looking for. Get some of them, and I'll start thinking about putting my winter onions in. But I'm going to take you down there now and show you these onions, and while we're there I'll show you my garlic that I'm going to be putting in. I've got my solid white garlic as well, that's there. Some of my onions are storing in there, and I've actually got some gutter. I'll tell you more about that when we get down there. And also I've had to take, well, the corn was ready, but I've had to take most of the corn off right now, and I've got that storing away in the shed as well, and there's a good reason for that, and I'll tell you more about that as the video goes along. So let me show you these onions that's going in that particular bed. Well guys, these are the onions I'm going to be putting in shortly. These Japanese onion sets, and these red onions. I mean, that's what they look pretty good. Pick the best ones, these ones there, and we're going to be putting them into the beds shortly. I do need some white onions, however. We've got most of them. We'll put them in a couple of weeks' time, and they're just hanging on the back of the door at the moment in this little blue shed, which I've been using as like a store for all my apples and my garlic. In fact, let's have a well, as you can see there, we took some of the corn because the bloody squirrels have been at the corn. I'll show you that in a minute. These are me elephant garlic. There's a few pears, apples there which have fallen. These are a few of my onions. I've just tied them up. Oh, lights come on, that helps. Yeah, these are alright. I've got more over here. Took a load home. These are me garlic that I'm going to be using. They're just drying out there at the moment. We've got more elephant garlic here. These are some eggs that I've just been collecting. I've got a gutter here. Let's turn this light on here. And yeah, this gutter is going to be put onto this shed. There's two gutters here. I've got all the bits up here. Turn that light off. All the brackets here. What we're going to be doing is putting a new gutter on here. Now this gutter looks pretty good, however I can't find a round pipe to go in there into that gutter, so I'm just going to change the gutter. It's not very expensive and I can use this for something else. So I've got to do both sides. This is a winter job, but yeah, we'll come back to this. So yeah, all the tomato, the apples there, and basically that's what we're going to be using anyway. So I just thought I'd show you these while we're here. So as you see, we've got the onions. We just need the white ones. The gutter, what you saw there, that's it's a round gutter, whereas the one what I've got is a square gutter. The only problem is with that, it's got a square socket, and I need a round. Oh, it's like trying to get a bloody round piece of wood in a square hole. You can do it if you bang it in hard enough, but I'm not going to do that. So I'll take the old gutter off. I can use that for peas. It's a perfect size, would you believe it? It's 6 foot. My bed's a 6'6". So I've got the end cap, so I'll be able to use them gutters for me peas. I'm going to put a brand new gutter up there. You're going to see that later on in the year. You saw my garlic there, what's ready to go. We've got all the garlic, my onions, they're just, the last of my onions are in the shed, they'll be going home. Everything what you see in there will be going out of there very shortly. The next thing I wanted to do was to put some Christmas potatoes in. And I've actually got a little clip here of me actually setting my stall out. I'm going to be using some of the spent compost, the Clover multi-purpose compost from my tomatoes this year, mixing bloodfish and bone in with that, and I've also used some of that horse manure from the front bay. You're going to see me mixing it all together, and I'm going to put a single seed potato in each bucket, and I'm going to pray really hard that we get a few Christmas potatoes. I was going to do 5 buckets, we ended up doing 4. The potato that we're going to try and grow are the Maris Piper. I had a few chitting away in the cupboard, didn't realise. Anyway, I've decided to use them. So I'm going to show you me doing all that now in the middle greenhouse. Today I'm going to be using some of that horse manure there, some blood fishing bone, what you see. Although I'm not going to use all them buckets, just probably 1.5 buckets. And what I'm going to do, there's 4 buckets in here, and what I've got is some potatoes in that bucket, some Maris Piper, and I'm going to do some Christmas potatoes. However, I'm going to mix some blood fishing bone in there, some horse manure, mix it up, because this is the spent tomato compost what was in here with all the buckets. So I've got 4 buckets. I would like to put 5 buckets in, but I haven't got no room, and it's pointless wasting that. I can use it for something else. Don't be alarmed about the green here, it's on the opposite side, and that needs to be cleaned. However, Christmas potatoes, we're going to get them started now. So first things first is getting that blood fishing bone in here. So I'm going to just get set up in here, put an handful in each of these, give it a good mix, and put some horse manure in, give that a mix, and we'll put the potatoes in. I'll show you the potatoes. They're just bog standard potatoes that have gone to seed slightly. I'll show you in a second. So let's get the camera set up and show you what we're doing. So this is the blood fishing bone that I'm going to be using, and you know, we're going to probably 1/2 cup per bucket. Just to add some nutrients into the soil, because we are growing spuds after all, and it's just a matter of getting down here, getting down and dirty. This one you can see. So yeah, we're just going to mix it in. So I'm just going to continue doing that. Good deep. Same with this one over here, you can't see it, but now then, here's the bad bit. We're going to add some of this horse manure into here. Actually, we're only going to do 1 bucket. I will top these up with some soil later on. Now this is where I've got to get down and dirty and mix it all up, so oh the joy. I'll be washing my hands good and proper after I've done this, I can tell you. Surprisingly, it's not very smelly. Yeah, it's that horse manure what was at the front of the plot. I was talking to Bill and he said it's been there for a couple of years. So, you know, just rotting down merrily. One more bucket. Right, so I've got the bucket sorted. Now then, seed potatoes. Put 1 seed potato in each. You can just see the chit there, single chit. And you can see that chit there. There's another one. I was going to do 5, but basically I haven't got the space, so I'll put 2 in the end bucket. So So it's just a matter of pushing it down now to about 3 inches from the bottom. We give them a bit of a watering, and we just leave them alone in here. When they start to come through, we'll fill the bucket up to the top with the compost which we've got to the left of us, and yeah, we'll put bubble wrap round them all and everything. I'll get all that done before we won't be leaving it too late this time. We're going to get pretty organised this time around when we're doing these potatoes, but it's a bit late, but I reckon we'll do okay. We'll get a couple of pound. That's the idea. The target's a couple of pound of potatoes. So what I've got to do now, single potato, and that's it. Stick it right in the centre. Nothing easier than that. There we go. So we got some bloodfish and bone, some horse manure in there, the old spent compost out of the tomatoes. What I'll do now, I'll get the watering can, just put some water in there as well, just to dampen the soil down, and then just leave them well alone. I think we'll do okay. So that's another little job done. So I'll just continue, just tidy up in here, and then that'll be it. But yeah, we've got 4 buckets of Maris Piper. Fingers crossed we get some for Christmas, eh? So we've everything's prepared. When they do start to grow, what I will do is get the bubble wrap ready. Everything's going to be ready this year. And we're not going to have the same sort of faffing about like we had early this year with the blue shed. We couldn't put the garlic in. Well, my garlic's all ready to go. My onions are ready to go. I don't have to put them in pots. I can put them directly into the beds. And this year is going to be quite different. And next year, hopefully, I will reap the rewards from doing all that. Back to the corn, which you just saw in the bucket in the shed. Well, the reason why the corn's there is because the squirrels are here, and they're absolutely decimated my corn. Let me show you what they've done. This is the devastation done by the squirrels. You can see every one of them corns there have all been ripped to shreds. And it's so annoying. So I've took all the other corns, or most of them, I've removed them now, and they're in the shed, in the safety of the shed. However, we're leaving these here for now. The reason why I'm leaving them there is to stop my neighbours from getting her corn ravaged. Anyway, we took a lot of the corn up. There's still a few there that I'm waiting for them to grow, but I've got no chance really. The squirrels are there all the time. I've just set up a live trap. I'm going to show you this live trap that I've set up. So the way the trap works, there's a bar here, and that comes up and it clips or hooks onto an hook here. And what you do inside, you hook this piece of corn on a little bar that comes down. The squirrel goes in here, it pulls on the bar, and this little clip flips open and it traps it. That's what happens. So we're going to set it up now, and let's see if we can catch a squirrel. Well, that just worked, so I know it's gonna catch me one. There we go. So I'm gonna throw this lot away. The trap's all set up. Let's catch a squirrel. Unbelievable. Okay, so the trap's in place. Comes down here earlier. cup of coffee, snap. Oh, I've caught myself a squirrel. Runs up to the, well, runs down to the back part of the plot, and who do you think I've got in the trap? Let me show you. Bloody believable. What you like, Maggie? Well, this is a stupid trick that I just done. This is set up for the squirrels, and this daft bugger here, she's only gone in the feeder, and as you can see, the door slaps shut on her. She's all right. Hang on, let me open it. You silly girl, what you like, eh? Hey, what you bloody like? Go on. There you go. None the worse for the ordeal. Unbelievable. So Maggie the magpie, that's what I've called it. It's a she. I hope so. Because I've called it Maggie. It's a little bugger, and as you just saw there, I just released her. She flew away. So I set the trap again. Come back down here. A couple of hours later, she's back in the trap. Released her again. She might learn this time. The trap's set down at the back of the plot, although I can hear her now. I can hear the hear that. I hope she's not stuck in the bloody trap again. Otherwise, we're going to have to resort to different means to catching these squirrels. But yeah, they've decimated me corn. I think it's 7 to the squirrels, about 20 to me, about 15, 18 to me. There's about that many I've managed to put into the shed. We've also been repairing my next door neighbour's fence. She doesn't know about it, but it was really bothering me. Every time I went past, it was hanging off and it was going to collapse. So about half an hour ago, I went with my screwy gun, and we fixed it. Here's me doing that right now. My next door neighbour's fence is going to collapse. It's all falling to pieces here. So got a bit of wood. Going to patch it. The scaffolding planks come loose from there, so I'm just going to put a couple of screws, them big long screws, into it, and patch it all up for them without them knowing. I don't think they've even noticed that I've done it, but yeah, that's what we're going to do. I might need my hammer, so I'm going to get my hammer just to knock the nail back in there, and then we'll secure it properly then. But yeah, that's what we're doing for the next 5 minutes. Just go around the other side and screw it on. Just grind them screws off in a moment. Do notice the bottom one's out as well, bloody hell. Repaired him in a neighbour's fence for her. Oh dear. Just my battery's dead. There we go, folks. Ain't gonna fall down, and yeah, made me feel a little bit better by helping someone else. So just gonna put my tools away, and there we go. Job's another one done. So yeah, I fixed that for her. Earlier this morning, it was I looked at the grass on the back of the allotments, and it was terrible. So I got the lawnmower out, and I proceeded to mow it. Here's a little clip of me with the mower.
It's like we're going to have to get the lawnmower out and cut this bloody road here at the back of the allotments. It's getting a bit high now. The sun up there has dried it, I think, sufficiently enough to cut it. There's my car, by the way, in the way. That won't be there when we're doing it, and as you can see, we need to cut it that way as well. So it's do I get the lawnmower out and cut the grass, or do I sit there in the shade looking at all the beautiful flowers? There's a choice, isn't there? I'm gonna have another cup of coffee and think about it, but yeah, we definitely got to get this grass cut here before it gets too big. So anyway, I'm going to have a nice cup of coffee and think about, do we cut the grass or not? My decision will be made very shortly. So I thought about it, and well, there's the lawnmower. So all I've got to do now is move this bloody car out of the way, and then we can just fly up it. I'm only going to take the top 3 inches off it, but I'll probably take that off it when I drive the car around in a moment. But anyway, I'm just going to put this into the car part, and then we'll be right back. There we go, mini me. Well, I put my old pants on and I've got my old dodgy shoes on. I've got the lawnmower here started, so we're going to go up cut the grass. At least I don't have to push it, it's got a motor what drags it along. We cut the grass that way, we cut the grass that way, we cut in fact all the way around, right down the central path as well. Cut that. So what we've been doing as well we cut along there, and we cut all the way up there as well. So it's all
yeah,
been done.
every part of the allotments, all of up the back road, down the sides and up the front. We went with the lawnmower. I mean, all you do is pull the bloody the handle and it drives itself out. It's like holding a pram really, and it didn't take too long to do. But yeah, all the roads now's been cut, and I hope everybody's happy. And they'll probably just think the fairies have come in the middle of the night and done it. You know, that's the mentality of some of them on here. And like I say, not after any kudos, but yeah, it just needed doing, so I've done it. Debbie's was a bit annoyed with me because she wanted to do it, so I jumped the gun and beat her to it. So I've got to get it in the ear when she sees me. She did send me a text saying you've had it. But yeah, the roads have all been trimmed. I've got one more clip to show you, and that's of all the flowers what have been flowering this month on the plot. I've added a bit of music to it, and I thought I'd show you that now, so here it comes. I was going to put another video up, the 6 monthly review. However, I should have put it up on in June. I made the video June, July, August, and I said I said in the video it's a bit too late but here it comes in the middle of August. Well, I still haven't put it up, and it's September now. So if you want me to put that video up, I will put it up. It just shows you what how it started off, the plot. January, February, March, April, May. It's not a massive, and it's done to music as well. I think you may have seen me do a few of these videos before. They're more like a video diary for me. If you want to see it, like I say, the discrepancy is, I think I say it's August and it isn't August, it's September. That's why I haven't put it up. But anyway, like I say, I've been pretty busy. Again, I've talked long and hard and long enough, and I think it's about time I went and got some tea. I'm going to head towards the pearly gates and back into the rat race. On here, it's peaceful and quiet. I wouldn't say peaceful and quiet when you ain't got all the hospital, airport, railway, motorway, and kids screaming, playing football in the field at the back of us. It's quite nice. So there you go. Let me know what you think of the video. Again, thanks for subscribing to the channel. Thanks for leaving your comments. Let me know what you think of this one, and let me know what you think of that music in that flower video. I'm just messing around with some free music that I acquired. Guy said I could use it, so I just stuck it in and see what you think of it, if you like it. I've got more of that sort of stuff. Anyway, as I just said, talk long and hard, and I'm out of here. Goodbye for now.